What do you do when life throws battles at you that you didn't choose? This powerful motivational video will teach you how to fight back, push through and win, even when life has you up against the ropes. Embrace the fight within you and never give up. Speak victory and watch your life transform. What do you do when the battle chooses you? When something shows up on your doorstep that you didn't cause, didn't choose, and definitely didn't anticipate? Life brings problems that cause stress, worry, anxiety, and fear. But even if you're in the battle of your life, remember, it's not about what's happening around you, it's about what's happening inside of you. Life is hard sometimes. Easy? That's not an option. It's hard, keeping your spirits up, getting up every day when death feels like it's watching over you, whispering, "I'm waiting for you." It's hard when you're hurting. It's hard when you've got bills, when you've got responsibilities. It's hard, but it's worth fighting for. It's worth believing in yourself. It's worth giving yourself a chance. It's worth standing up inside yourself, fighting relentlessly, never giving up. You can do it. Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you have to be afraid. Just because you feel discouraged doesn't mean you have to be discouraged. Just because you have fear doesn't mean fear has to have you. When you have fear, it shapes your actions. But when you have faith, you don't need to count. When you have faith, you don't need to check your resources. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many are against you. When you have faith, you just believe and it will happen. You've got to get to the point where you don't need external validation anymore. Your dreams, your purpose, they will push you. Your family will push you. The need to get better will push you. The opportunity of a lifetime happening in this particular time frame will push you. You've got to tell life, "I don't know who you've been dealing with, but you haven't dealt with me." Tell bankruptcy, tell divorce, tell sickness, "You've come up against the wrong one this time." If you're willing to grind, you can start from nothing. You might be small, like an ant, but even an ant can lift 100 times its weight. You might have small beginnings, little money, few resources, but you have determination, strength, a dream, and a goal, and you'll do whatever it takes. Life might have you up against the ropes, but you can't give up, you can't give in. If it were easy, everyone would do it. When life's got you backed up, start fighting back. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. When you've been knocked down, when you know what it is to be destroyed, when you know what it is to be wiped out by life, no one can take that from you. If you come from a family that's struggling, use that to your advantage. I use that to my advantage, being a high school dropout, being homeless, eating out of trash cans. I love dealing with people who think money makes them better. Let's go. You've got money, but do you have grit? Do you have grind? Do you have heart? Do you have heart? Do you have that dog inside of you? You can't buy grit. You can't buy resilience. You can't buy heart. I got this dog from being homeless. I'm getting paid now because homelessness didn't break me. This is not the first time you've cried. It's not the first time you couldn't catch your breath. It's not the first time you didn't see a way forward. It's not the first time you were hurt. The first time your heart was broken. The first time you didn't have enough money. It's not the first diagnosis that caught you off guard. Say to yourself, "I'm going to live to tell the story. This too shall pass. I will remain. I won't quit. Every one of my burdens has a blessing inside it. If you don't quit, you will win. Just keep coming back. Even if you have nothing left to give, show up. Half of life is just showing up." I couldn't give up. Even when I was homeless, I couldn't give up. I'm one class shy of my PhD. I can't give up. Why? Because of the value, what it's worth, what I put into it. I've sacrificed too much sleep, friendships, comfort to give up now. What's it worth to you? What's the price you've paid for it? If it's cost you something, you better not quit until you get the harvest. Don't quit until it's fully developed. Don't quit in the midst of the process. I need you to speak victory over your life. I don't care what's going on around you. Speak victory. Talk victory. I don't care what your circumstances are. Don't speak your reality, speak your victory. Even if you're broke, you don't need to tell the world. Speak victory. Say, "I'm going to graduate," even when you can't see it. Say, "My book will be finished. I'm an author long before it's done." You have to believe it before you can see it. You have to speak it and say it so that it can become reality. Because if you can speak it, if you can speak it, if you can say it, eventually you will get to it. I'm going to try to be the best I can be, the strongest, the fastest, the smartest human being I can become, better than I was yesterday.